Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watched this video. I hope you enjoy it. And also thank you for those of you who have subscribed. Thank you very much for your subscriptions. Hopefully you've been enjoying these reviews as well. And feel free, always, to leave some comments below. Today we're talking about Thunderball, James Bond 007, Sean Connery's fourth entry into the series. We're four deep, trying to get through all, I believe what there's 26, I think there's 26. I could be wrong on that one. Just saying that on top of my head. Anyways, let's get into Thunderball. First off, in every review I've done so far, I always make some kind of Austin Powers, reflection or reference. And this is no different. As the first fight, he hits a woman who's not a woman. It's actually a man. I just kept on thinking, that's a man, baby. And then you have sharks in here, and the reason why these sharks are so useless and James Bond is able to escape them is because the sharks don't have laser beams. They don't have lasers on their freaking heads. And then, of course, you got the eye patch guy, number two. And number two, just like good old Austin Powers, he had his number two. Just a lot of references there. I should watch Austin Powers here just because now all these references I'm going to really get. I got them before, but now they're really going to hit home with those jokes. Anyways, enough about that junk. Let's talk about Thunderball. And in Thunderball, James Bond always have like special locations. In this case, the special locations is underwater. There's a lot of underwater shots in this movie, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Like the first time they show them underwater after the villains here steal some bombs. Can't remember if they call them nuclear bombs or atom bombs. Anyways, steal these bombs and store them underwater. It's very well done. The second time we go underwater, it's kind of too dark. It's kind of hard to see what is actually going on underwater, so it doesn't really work. And the underwater scenes are hit and miss. The final fight underwater really kind of reminds me of Moonraker, when they're out in outer space and you get the good guys and the bad guys come together for a big battle. It kind of reminds me of that one. Of course, this one came way before Moonraker. But I don't know, this kind of reminded me of that scene, only it's done underwater. And that fight, it's okay. It's pretty well done, especially for that time period. And I feel like that's pretty believable. At times the fight is poorly shot, but other times I like it. I thought it was done, so I give it okay, maybe a little more than okay. But I did overall enjoy it. I liked what they were trying to do with it, and like I said, this movie's exotic location is underwater. And we learned a few things in here. If you want to know how to determine if an agent's a good guy or a bad guy in this movie, we get a no, because the bad guys, you got number one, number two, number three. The good guys, there's always three numbers: 007, 005, 003. So, have the guy give you your number. And if they only use one digit, they're a villain. If it's three digits, they're a good guy. And, of course, that kind of remind me of the song of Secret Agent Man, Secret Agent Man. Yeah, that song popped in my mind during that whole, number one, number two. Did you say number 9? I don't know. Because they all stole their names and gave them numbers, right, for their names. Looking now at my notes here, see, make sure I get everything covered. Like I said, the underwater fight was pretty good, pretty well done. Jose, this oh, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so the underwater fight was done. What was not done very well was the final fight on the speeding boat. Ridiculously done. Starting to get kind of annoyed. One thing I started to get annoyed about these movies, the first movie, I thought they did it pretty well, not too bad, but now it's just kind of annoying, is the chase scenes, and in this case, the final boat scene where they're in the boat, but you clearly tell, like outside the boat, there's like some fake screen, like it's just, they're in a studio, and there's like a screen that the boat is in front of, and the last boat screen was like tremendously horrendous. All they did was like fast forward to the film, because everything's like moving super fast and it just doesn't look right. It looks crappy, looks really bad. Should have just kept it normal, just like a normal fight. I didn't need to go to like over hyperdrive or anything like that, because it is, I don't know how it looked in the 1960s, but in the year 2025 it really did age bad. If you did see this in the theaters, what do you guys think about it in the 1960s when this first came out? Did you think, hey, that's pretty cool, or did you think, wow, man, that's terrible? Because it is in 2025 it looks terrible. I wasn't alive in 1960s, so there's no way I saw that in the theater. But today on my TV screen, yeah, it was pretty horrendous. Should have skipped it as a normal fight scene in the boat. You didn't need to speed things up. He decided going towards a rock, or something, and he had to make sure he beat the bad guy up before he gets there. I believe in the third movie, what's the third movie? GoldenEye, Catman, the lead of Spectre, doesn't make an appearance. Comes back for this movie for a short bit. The guy doesn't tolerate failure whatsoever. Anyways, that's about all I gotta say about Thunderball. Out of the three movies, I would say it's probably the worst. Still love From Russia with Love. I think that still right now, these first four movies is my favorite Sean Connery movies. That one, and then probably Dr. No, and then this one, Thunderball, is probably number 3 of my favorites. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, it's just number 3, It does have some good parts of it. It's not terrible. Like I said, the water scenes are hit and miss. It gets a little, like I said, I think in my last review, I always think of James Bond as it's kind of like your fantasy spy movie type of thing. And this one, for the most part, it's pretty realistic until you do get to some of the underwater stuff going on. But it's still pretty realistic. They don't go too far out there with the fantasy stuff. That's not really until the next movie, which I just got done watching it for you, doing a review on that for next week. But anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think about Thunderball? Where would you put it at on the Sean Connery's list of movies? Is it number 1 for you? What is he? What do you make, 6 or 7 of these? Or is it the worst one for you? Is it in the middle? I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great. It's an alright movie, and kind of enjoyed it. Anyways, have a great day, and until next time, adios.